The past 2 weeks have been a constant rush of life coming at me fast, dealing with the fight that never happened between Andy Worski and Tonkasaw, and getting my story out there alongside others as to how Tonkasaw lied about us, with people starting to listen more and more. Now that it's winding down, I'm going to start getting back to the gaming news, and this story is one that's right up my alley, considering I've been covering the many issues related to Fallout 76 and the decisions made by Bethesda. As always, relevant links will be below for your perusal. On Saturday, noted critic The Quartering made the claim that Fallout 76 may be going free to play. He cited as evidence EB Games Australia's site no longer showing physical copies of the standard non-power armor editions available for purchase. He also cited Amazon, showing that an Amazon retailer, Buy Enjoy, only had 20 copies left in stock for $38.90. It naturally piqued my interest as I've been expecting the game to go free to play within the next year, and going that route 3 months in would be a record. On Monday, Segment Next ran an article making the same claims and citing The Quartering as the source for the news. There are several problems, however, namely that Jeremy only cites 2 websites and does nothing beyond this. Stating that this appears to be a distributor recall, he ignores that EB Games New Zealand still has physical copies for sale on their website. EB Games Canada has an interactive map showing where one can pick up physical copies at their stores in the country. Amazon's current seller for Fallout 76 has no stipulation of X games left. Best Buy is currently still selling the game with store pickup available, at least around me. And lastly, GameStop still has it available, and, having called 2 GameStops myself, both have it in stock and no word for them of any type of recall incoming. For the record, one of them is managed by a high school friend who will give me the truth if asked, and I trust him when he says this. What's more, EB Games Australia, in response to people on Twitter telling Quartering his video is spot on, denies the validity of the story, calling it categorically incorrect. It seems Jeremy failed to even get a response from the company itself, even with avenues available to do so. Now, I have reached out to EB Games Australia for a comment, but as of the time of upload, they have not responded, and if and when they do, I will be sure to provide an update in the description below. So, what is going on? Well, there's a few possibilities here. First, it's possible Fallout 76 may have fallen afoul of Australian law, as their consumer protection laws are rather stringent. However, we can dismiss this, as the aforementioned Power Armor Edition is not removed from their store at all. In fact, there appears to be a second form, the Tricentennial Edition. The second is that there would be a recall of standard editions within Australia by the company, but that begs the question, what for? The third and least likely scenario is this case is going free to play. If that were the case, however, EB Games all over the world would be recalling the game, and not just standard editions. Any company offering collector's editions of their games generally do so with a digital product as well, so you don't have to purchase a disc that could be broken. With it only affecting a certain subset of physical products and only in one country, I believe we can discount this possibility on the basis of this knowledge alone. New Zealand and Canadian stores and websites belonging to the same parent company are not following suit with the Australian decision, and lacking knowledge on if you can purchase the game still in store for pickup, we can't rule out that it's simply a technical issue or a screw-up. However, the most likely scenario is this case may have come from EB Games Australia's responses, where they said customers can now pick up the EB exclusive Tricentennial Edition, and it's priced roughly equivalent to the standard edition when converting from the Australian dollar to USD. The only way we're going to be able to tell if this is true is if New Zealand and Canada follow in the same way. As far as Fallout 76 going free to play, it's almost an inevitability. Bethesda dropped the ball, screwed the pooch, use whatever euphemism you want. The game's launch, the myriad of technical issues, poor customer service, terrible PR, and general antipathy from the company concerning all of this, until a spotlight is shined on them. Games usually take about 6 months before going buy to play or free to play, but with the game already being the former, the only direction they have to go is the latter. As such, my expectation is that we have another 3 months before we see it happen at a minimum. That being said, with a lawsuit on the horizon concerning the piss-poor performance of the game and Bethesda's many failures related to it, this may impact them far more than people realize, both short-term and long-term. It is likely to show weakness, and the lawsuit will go forward, leading to a settlement including a majority refund at a minimum for all class action participants, which will negatively impact Bethesda's coffers. Todd Howard, the director of Fallout 4 and Fallout 76, could also be ousted because of the failure of both games and the overt laziness put into 76. Overall, it's not likely to get better for Bethesda and will likely lead to people being unwilling to purchase Elder Scrolls 6 as a pre-order because of it. Now, as always, feel free to comment below on this topic, and as I said, once EB Games Australia responds, I will be sure to post the update in the description. I'm Spectre, and thanks for watching.